Hello, everyone. Yes, thank you. Great. My name is Anna-Greta. I come from Estonia, and there's three things that you need to know about the Estonia. First of all, we are the country which is very rich in forest. Secondly, we have the highest number of unicorns per capita. We have 11 unicorns, and the population is only 1.3 million. Thirdly, our government is very much digitally advanced. We have digitalized more than 3,000 governmental services. So I guess that explains why I founded a company that is uniting and digitally transforming the forestry sector, making it transparent, sustainable, and traceable. The problems that we are solving is that a lot of the data and decision making in forestry is still based on the manual operations. And that, of course, allows high number of errors and a lot of corruption, which leads to illegal logging issues. We are using artificial intelligence to measure the timber quickly and accurately and manage the data throughout the supply chain, making sure that none of the timber is originating from the illegal sources. We are working with governments and companies in 47 countries, so I guess that proves quite well that the problem we are solving is universal. But when it comes to the digital journey or digital transformation, you always need to understand that there's two sides of the coins. So first of all, there's technology, and secondly, there's willingness to implement. So happily, I can say that when we started, the sustainability wasn't such a topic as it is now. And everybody understands that we need to mitigate the climate change, and forests really play a big role in that. And when we think about timber as a construction material, surely it's one of the most sustainable ones. But what we need to understand that approximately 30% of the timber traded globally is originating from the illegal areas or protected areas. And in some countries like Mozambique, it reaches up to even 90%. So in order to have affordable timber construction and not to put the pressure on our natural forests, we simply need to eliminate this problem from the market. And of course, we are happy to see that there are pioneers who understand the message and who really go forward with the implementation. So basically what we help to do is to control the timber volumes, assortments, species in every aspect of the supply chain, making sure that none of the fraud is taking place, none of the mistakes are taking place, but as well increasing the safety of operations, because unfortunately forestry is still the industry which has a really high number of accidents. We also help to make better decisions in terms of logistics, sales and production, and really make sure that none of the timber that, for example, is suitable for saw logs are ending up in a pulpwood pile. So these kind of very simple things that can be done quickly really bring much impact to the picture. And one of my main messages here is as well that actually digitalization has much wider impact. So it's not only about increasing efficiency or reducing time spent on operations. This data that can be easily controlled is valuable in every chain momentum. So what we have is the solution that anyone can download to a tablet or mobile phone and start using. We detect each and every log based on 2,000 points, and we have trained our detection algorithm on more than 2 million different measurements. So all the kinds of exotic species, all possible weather conditions is something we have truly covered. In addition to that, we just launched our specific hardware solution, making sure that we can actually create 3D modeling of each and every tree. So what the solution does is in a way that you really can see what is happening, whether when the timber has been harvested, when it has been taken to the production, or when it has been exported. And unfortunately, this industry still tends to operate in in a conditions which might be okay 100 years ago, but definitely not in year 2023. We have opened an office in Brazil. Brazil has now declared that they are part of the solution, not the problem anymore. And we are also having 2 cooperation projects with the state of Pernambuco and Rio Grande do Norte, where the environmental inspectors are equipped with the technology just to have better control and inspection in place. So instead of stopping one truck and measuring each and every log separately, they just spend a couple of seconds to get this understanding whether this information that has been reported from the forest is actually correct. One of our largest clients is CMPC from Chile. They actually operate all over the Latin America. And here is what I can illustrate as a bigger impact of the digitalization. So first of all, in addition, speeding up the operations, we really help them to save the costs from the operations, made the whole supply chain much transparent, pushed people softly towards the digitalization, and also managed to save 22.5 tons of spray paints, simply just because they didn't have to mark the diameters on the log ends. So now, in total, been working with them already for a couple of years, the total saving is more than 100 tons, because it's just the 22.5 is per year. So again, digitalization has an effect, but it's not only about the technology, but it's really also something willingness to implement. Yeah, and we have examples from all across the globe, but the main message is always transparency, traceability, better control. So why we are here is that, again, we are talking a lot about the sustainability, a lot about the carbon projects, but again, there is also a lot of greenwashing. And many projects have been proven that they are actually not based on the actual data. So Timbeter is bringing this precision forestry, precision platform that really helps to make better decisions based on the actual data. Yeah, and in addition to that, we see that really illegal logging plays a very big role, and just eliminating this problem can bring more affordable timber for the housing, but as well kind of build the trust between the communities, because many of the groups that are suffering from the illegal problems are actually indigenous people, small farmers, and the overall society. So join us in our mission in revolutionizing the forestry industry, making it transparent, sustainable, and traceable. I'm happy that we have been acknowledged by the different partners. Timbeter was also one of the candidates for the European Unicorn Challenge. We are working with SAP, meaning that companies who already have the existing systems in place are also using our solution in line to get the accurate data from the field. And what we are doing here is that in addition to operations in Tallinn, we opened up an office in Brazil. But to really digitally transform this industry, you need to be close to the companies and to the governments. So really to make the change, we need to support these organizations and need to be present in Africa, need to be present in US and Canada. Because again, technology plays only one role in this digital transformation, because it's all about people, it's all about processes, and it's all about technology. Thank you.